Good day, everyone. I am Brigadier General Bakarr Conteh of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces. Currently, I'm the Brigade Commander of 5 Infantry Brigade in the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces. I'm here to give a presentation, as shown on the screen, Enforcing Security in the Republic of Sierra Leone, Challenges and Approaches. As a way of introduction, the country Sierra Leone, with a population of 7.65 million, is in West Africa, bounded to the northeast, southeast by the republics of Guinea and Liberia, and the west by the Atlantic Ocean. Like any other country the world over, the government of Sierra Leone has the responsibility to provide, regulate, and maintain national security. According to Arnold Wolfers, in his book, Discord and Collaboration, he said, and I quote, "A nation is secure to the extent to which it is not in danger of having to sacrifice core values, if it wishes to avoid war and is able, if challenged, to maintain them by victory in short a war," unquote. Like other countries, the Republic of Sierra Leone is faced with a number of security issues, hence the establishment of the national security architecture. This national security design enables state functionaries, including the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces and other informal security groups, acting at various lines of defense and as early warnings respectively. The purpose of this presentation is to highlight approaches and challenges to enforcing security in Sierra Leone. This therefore brings me to my aim, which is to share strategies employed to enforce security in Sierra Leone. To do this, I will cover as shown on the screen. I'll look at an overview of insecurity in Sierra Leone, approaches to enforcing security in Sierra Leone, challenges to enforcing security in Sierra Leone, and I will conclude. Let's talk about an overview of insecurity in Sierra Leone. Threats to national security in Sierra Leone has been grouped into economic security, health and environmental security, disasters, public order and social issues, corruption, man-made and natural disasters, which are due to climate change. To a large extent, corruption and economic security are assessed as fanning the flames that includes chain security, hence the biggest risk to internal security. Other glaring internal security threats include other glaring external security threats include terrorism, pandemic outbreak, and organized crime. These external threats have pushed the international community, the others posing considerable security challenges. No one country has the capacity to defeat these named external intimidations, which then generated the need for cross-country, regional, and international security cooperation. Now to approaches to enforcing security in Sierra Leone. We'll first consider training. It is an express choice for the security sector to prioritize training as a critical approach to embracing internal and external threats. For a considerable period, efforts have been made to upgrade the knowledge and skills of individuals, teams, and institutions within the security sector for the overall peace and stability of Sierra Leone. Material and financial resources from the national budget include international support are put into training that has raised the awareness and response to all threats. Now let's talk about intelligence gathering. Lessons learned from the 11 years concluded civil war in Sierra Leone informed the national security architecture to identify structural fault lines that can be exploited by rogue non-state actors to destabilize the country. Consequently, considerable attention is paid to intelligence gathering at both national and regional space, though with limited resources. The intelligence structure identifies threats and provides expert analysis, leading to the intervention of relevant institutions for the enforcement of security in the country. Now to collaboration. Following the end of the Civil War, substantial international interventions were made to address the security issues that caused the destabilization of the country. As a result, the diverse security apparatus and or institutions were gathered under the umbrella of the Office of National Security. This was designed to reconstruct a collaborative effort in order to defeat internal and external threats to national security. The setting up of the Office of National Security as the umbrella organization that coordinates the effort of members of the security sector has and continues to enhance the enforcement of security in Sierra Leone. Now to challenges to enforcing security in Sierra Leone. Firstly, we look at inadequate budget. Like other countries, the approaches to enforcing security in Sierra Leone requires funding. Generally, national budgetary allocation has reduced as a consequence of COVID-19. Therefore, the security sector is challenged with funding to procure equipment, conduct training and operations in enforcing security in Sierra Leone. Now to cybersecurity. The maintenance of national security dictates an atmosphere that allows individuals and institutions to contribute to a collective national security design. Cybersecurity as one corridor is expected to defend all malicious electronic materials that challenges the enforcement of security and create conducive electronic space to maximize security. Unfortunately, the misuse of electronic information security, especially social media platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook, etc., as weapons to undermine national cohesion is unfortunate. The wrong use of information technology as a tool to create mistrust within the security sector continues to challenge all efforts to enforcing security in Sierra Leone. With this, I conclude that a straitjacket strategy to enforcing security that meet international standards is difficult to formulate both in theory and in practice in international relations. The internal and external threats are unlikely to go away without addressing the root causes that propels them. New threats requires new strategies with the requisite capabilities to readily deter or react to them when they do occur. Therefore, training of security personnel, intelligence gathering, and synergy enjoyed within the security sector are refined approaches to security in Sierra Leone. The obvious consequences of these approaches will hardly stay static in short, a rapidly changing world. However, until inadequate funding and cybersecurity, with related insecurity issues are addressed, enforcing security in Sierra Leone will continue to face serious challenges. That ends my presentation. I thank you all for your attention. These are my references, and I pause for any contribution.